All right, buddy, welcome back to Black Hat USA 2018. Chuck Harold, SecurityGuideTV.com, SecurityGuideRadio.com, and ASIS TV. Now that I have all those commercials out of the way.
Perfect.
Jeff Reed, Cisco.com, absolutely one of my favorite companies.
Well, thank you.
Interviewed you guys up in San Jose a couple years ago, drove up there to do it. I was so excited about talking about smart cities and infrastructure protection and stuff. Big company, a lot of things. What do you do specifically?
Yeah, so I lead product for the security business at Cisco.
Okay, interesting. Now, isn't everything in Cisco security?
Well, we are integrating security into everything we do.
Exactly, yeah.
But we do actually have security products.
Interesting.
So.
Okay, let's talk about that. Because, all the switchers and things are all the best because they are secure. That's the whole point, right? And so what are the specific security products you guys get into?
Yeah, so we have kind of three key pillars. So one's around network. So firewall, IPS, UTM, web security, secure web gateway, as well as what we do around network access control, and also using, I think one of the interesting things on the networking side is how we're using the analytics from the network to drive behavioral analytics and find security issues.
Well, you guys have always had that information, which is interesting on your switches.
We have, yeah, and a lot of, actually came from the switching side, so a lot of what we did in the last 5 years on switching was how do we instrument the networking products so they can provide line rate telemetry and extend that telemetry to do kind of new and unique things. A great example of that is recently we introduced something we call encrypted traffic analytics. What it does is it allows you to find malware in encrypted traffic without decrypting.
Oh, wow.
And the way we do this is we take additional information from the switches. So we capture the initial data packet, basically the crypto handshake, and we also take the sequence of packet lengths and times. And from that you can essentially fingerprint applications based on their network behavior.
Wow.
And so it allows us, we're seeing more and more customers that are having an issue in terms of encryption and can they decrypt and will they be able to decrypt 1.3, et cetera. So this allows us, because we've got so much data around what network traffic looks like, that we're able to bring this out to market. So it's a new capability we brought out as part of our Stealth Watch product in conjunction with what we do on the networking side.
Now, since you guys have been inside everybody's data centers and switches and infrastructure forever, and really the standard, I think. You're probably more than anybody.
Standard, yes.
How is this transition pitched to clients? So you guys have always had a switch on some electric plant somewhere, and it does its thing, and it collects its thing, because that's Cisco's thing. Now we're kind of taking that data, and we're turning it into a security product. Is there some kind of... This is a tough question. I can't get it right. Is there some kind of transition with the client you have to make to say, by the way, those switches now are our data and we're doing something with it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
well, it's still the customer's data. So, they can keep that all on-prem. They can decide in terms of what they share back to us.
Okay.
So I think that's something we definitely have to be cognizant of and work with the customer base. I think almost more interesting than the transition is, 5 years ago, we weren't really thought of as a big security company.
But everything you did was secure. That's the irony.
It was secure, yeah. But I think part of what we've done over the past 5 years, and you've seen that, I think really started with the acquisition of SourceFire, getting world-class, I'd say leading-class threat intelligence capability set within our products, is how do we become a legit security company that not just sells secure infrastructure to the networking and infrastructure teams, but it's also selling world-class security products to the security teams.
Did you find it was a tough rebrand? It is kind of a rebranding, a little bit.
A little bit. I think we're still making progress.
Yeah.
We're the largest enterprise security company in the world. I don't know that a lot of people know that.
Interesting.
And so there is that work. But if you look over the past, let's say 18 months, all the teams have been doing a great job in terms of getting that awareness built up across our customer set.
Now, I'm a big fan of hierarchy storage management. Right?
Okay.
My grandfather put the first computers into Disney, the giant room with the dumb terminal, right?
Yep, yeah.
Had its limitations. On the other hand, nobody was hacking it.
Yep, worked.
Right? Now we got the cloud. I think we got to break the internet up and say, you know what? This little sector over here is not connected to this other sector unless there's some sort of really specific gateway that we can monitor all day long. Because since it's so much connectivity, it's better, but it makes us more vulnerable. And I've heard that there's kind of this discussion about this. Have you heard anything about this? Where we can make things lakes. There's here's a lake of internet over here, and we don't have all that connectivity.
Yeah, I have. I'll believe it when I see it. I guess it's probably more. I think it's a ways off, and frankly,
it might be too hard to do.
Yeah, it might be too. And I think there's this natural tension, as you know, between how do we enable what the businesses want to do,
Right.
and yet do so securely. And frankly, that's what drove Cisco coming into security. We were helping customers with this digital transformation, connecting everything.
Yeah, that's right. Way back in the
and
day.
frankly, security was the number one issue that kept coming up. And so a lot of where we're investing, though, is how do we kind of still enable that connectivity, but in a secure manner. And that's, I talked about the network pillar. One of the other major areas that we're investing in is around cloud and cloud security. And so you take a capability like we have with Cisco Umbrella, which does DNS resolution and security on top of that. And so we see 130 billion DNS queries a day.
130 billion, wow.
Yeah, and so with that, we're able to glean an incredible amount of intelligence about where the good things are on the internet and where the bad things are.
Is it tougher now because they changed those internet rules and now you can spell Microsoft with the M Russian I, S-O-F-T, and now you think it's Microsoft.com, but it's not? I forgot what that's...
Yeah, but that's the beautiful thing about Umbrella. We see so many things. And I mean, look, unfortunately, one of the great things about Umbrella, it finds newly seen domains really quickly.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, welcome to 2018, most newly seen domains are malicious. And
it's really interesting.
Yeah, and so,
Okay.
but we can do. We have an automated rule within that unless you, as a specific policy, want your employees, customers, partners to be able to go to newly seen domains, we'll block those.
Oh, good. Okay.
And we'll make sure we get a better view in terms of do we think it's malicious or not before we allow access. So there's a really interesting way for us to scale thanks to that. I mean, one thing that is kind of our secret sauce is just the degree of visibility we have. I talked about it on the network side. We now have it on, from a DNS perspective. So we're able to use just massive amounts of data to come up with really good rule sets that we then can deliver to
it's
our
kind
customers.
of like whitelist, blacklist on steroids, because back
Yeah.
then you
And
got
we-
limited eventually, but now it's so fast it can be done.
And we do a lot of that work for our customers.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's the key is we can kind of apply all this learning, all this visibility to help them at scale.
Fantastic. Jeff Reed, Cisco.com, CISCO for my nieces and nephews who can't spell. Back in a minute here on Black Hat USA 2018 and SecurityGuideTV.com. Thanks for coming on the show. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Do you guys have a booth here today?
Absolutely.
Well, what's the booth number? Go ahead.
Oh, shoot.
Well, they got a big booth out there somewhere. Go
We got a
find
big
it.
booth. Find it.
Go.
Thanks.
Back in a minute on Security Guide TV.
Bye.